Talk about the excitement of getting to play the Super Regional here at Jackie Robinson Stadium, as opposed to having to get on a plane and deal with a different time zone. You're not in front of your home crowd. You have the luxury of sleeping where you normally sleep. All those things.
I mean, it definitely is beneficial. But I mean, we've been good on the road, just as good as we've been at home this whole season. Traveling across the country, playing all these Big Ten schools has been beneficial for us, just because we have had to adjust to those time zones and play different crowds, different types of atmospheres. And I think that's been getting us ready for the postseason. But it is a luxury to be at home. It is definitely a benefit to be able to play in our park under our lights and have our fans here.
Talk about the groove that you guys are in offensively right now. What you just came off of, and the momentum that your squad has.
Yeah, our offense has done a good job recently scoring first. That's probably one of the biggest things that we talk about as the offense is scoring first and winning innings, and having guys like Cal and Souza and Easton in the back end of our bullpen. We know that if we're getting deep into a game with a lead, that we got a pretty good chance of winning. So just scoring first, getting up early, and just kind of winning early innings so that we can set ourselves up good in the later innings.
I don't know how much you've been able to watch Texas San Antonio, but obviously they're playing good baseball too. Beating the number 2 seed twice on their home field. What do you see in the Roadrunners?
Yeah, no, I think they're definitely not a team to sleep on. It's not like they're surprisingly coming out of nowhere and just beating teams. They've had a good year, and we're expecting to come back and attack at them. You know what I mean? It's our field. We're gonna make sure that they know that, and yeah, we're excited to play some baseball against UTSA.
Speaking of what you just said about this being your field, and I asked Coach, what do you guys need out of the atmosphere for this place, for this weekend for you guys?
I hope that we come and pack it out, and just, all of our fans are excited to watch us play some baseball, and play baseball to the best extent, So yeah, I'm excited. I think the fans will be excited too.
I also asked Coach, I know, players, coaches in any level in any sport don't like to think ahead, but what would winning 2 more games this weekend here mean to get to Omaha is for both of you guys?
I mean, it'd mean the world. That's the goal. That's all that we, talk about in the off season, and that's all that we practice for, is to get there and get a chance to win a national championship. So being 2 games away from it is definitely surreal, but I mean, it's not something to look past, because I mean, UTSA has won over 40 games this year. They went to one of the toughest regionals in the country and swept it. They beat Texas earlier in the season too. They're a physical bunch. They've played good baseball all year. So they're definitely not someone to look past, but just being 2 games away it's a surreal feeling, but it's we still got a lot of baseball left.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree with that. It's just we got to come with our all and play as we've been playing. Just hope that that's enough, and I think it will be. I know it will be. Our guys are super bought in. We're tight as a group, and we're ready to come out and give it our all.
Roch, going back to the College World Series, you talked about you're playing collegiate baseball because you want to go back to Omaha. How has your mindset been being so close and only 2 wins away?
I mean, I'm obviously not trying to make it bigger than it is.
Mm-hmm.
It was kind of a lot Sunday night to wrap my head around what was really happening.
Mm-hmm.
Probably didn't hit me until I laid my head on the pillow that night that we're that close.
Mm-hmm.
But it's been a great ride, and I'm grateful for everything that's happened leading up to it, and I'm just excited that we put ourselves in a good spot to get back there.
Mm-hmm. And then Cal, I know you pitched once over this weekend, and how have you felt pitching in the postseason for the first time in your collegiate career?
It's the same thing as pitching in the regular season to me. It's just you got to keep it 60 feet, 6 inches. It's the same dimensions. It's the same plate. So, I'm just trying to pitch to my strengths and beat their weaknesses.
Mm-hmm. And then I know me as well. We're both in Week 10 finals week. How are you guys balancing that and dealing with that since you are still playing?
Yeah, I mean, it's rough. It's not easy. We'll not tell you that, but yeah, it's definitely a grind. We're definitely trying to keep up with our grades, and I think we're doing a good job of that.
Knock out school on the weekdays, worry about baseball on the weekends.
Yeah. Exactly. And then, just of course, you guys dominated in the regional offensively, and how are you just going to take that into the upcoming weekend offensively, and then just on the pitching wise?
We saw what worked this weekend. Just trying to repeat that same approach, that same mentality. is I think going to be what can make or break this weekend. Coach Ward did a good job of preparing us for the starters this weekend, and you guys saw that. I mean, we scored early in all 3 games. Got the starter out pretty early. Besides Fresno State, they got a great outing, and he went deep for how well we were doing offensively. But, just getting to the starter has been one of our strong suits this year. Those are the games that, we go out there and have our best offensive production days is when we can get to the starter early. So, just working with Coach Ward and getting prepared for whoever's on the mound that day is going to be probably one of our biggest takeaways.
Absolutely, yeah. And on the pitching side of things, I think just sticking to the testament of going pitch by pitch and picking each other up, that's kind of been our thing this whole year, and it's been working. It's been working really well. So we're going to stick to that and just keep picking each other up.
And then just finally, has anything stuck out to you scouting UTSA?
I mean, they're a physical bunch. They're old. They do have 7 seniors in their lineup, if I'm not wrong. And they got a really good bullpen. So, it's going to be a good challenge. It's something that, we're looking forward to. And we're just going in to try to play our brand of baseball.
Thanks.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, we've played experienced guys before. I think it's going to be beneficial for us to have had that experience in the past for us to prepare for this game, this series.
Any more questions for our student athletes? All right, we'll wrap it up there. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Good luck, guys.
Thank you.